Rogers TV.
Hi, Savannah.
Hi, Tiffany.
So I'm excited today. We're at Moggie's Fabrics on the west side of town. And if you are a sewer or quilter or interested in any of that, this is the place to come.
Yeah, I don't have much experience, but I'm looking forward to learning all about it.
Yeah, and we're with Joanna from Moggie's Fabrics.
Hello.
Hi, thank you so much for having us.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
So we did some research, but we are novices, putting it very lightly when it comes to sewing. It's not our forte. So we're interested to learn everything you could possibly teach us today about fabric and what it's used for.
Oh, well. It's used for quilting, dressmaking, upholstering, whatever you like to do with it.
And do you have all those fabrics that needed for those in the store here?
Absolutely.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Now, your business name is Moggie's. Where did you get that name?
Moggie is a British term or term of endearment for cat. So if you live in the UK, you don't have cats, you have Moggies.
Oh.
But the man who built our house in 1873 was John Moggie.
Oh.
And the little hamlet we live in is called Moggie. So, and as I understand it, it was one of the last stops for the Underground Railroad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Moggie just kept coming up and up and up and up.
Yeah.
I have a name for my cat, but it's not that endearing.
Well, I have a name for my cat too, but it's not that name either. Well, actually, we have a new kitten now, and her name is Moggie.
Oh,
Yeah.
cute.
Very nice. Very nice.
So could you take us on a little tour of the store? Show us some
Absolutely.
fabrics? That would
Absolutely.
be great.
Well, we can start right here if you like.
okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Down this aisle is where we keep all our notions.
Oh. Interesting.
Notions.
I've
Notions?
never heard of that word.
Notions are everything you need to finish your project.
Okay.
You need snaps, zippers, threads, buttons. Sometimes you need a seam ripper because you've made a mistake and you have to take your stuff out. It's not anyone's favorite tool, but we all have one.
Yeah.
Pins, needles, anything you need to complete a project, whether it's dressmaking or quilting,
Or
even
bags?
upholstery, bags,
There's fasteners here? That's
fasteners, patches. Then back here we have our upholstery fabrics.
cool. And they have different, so we have, this looks like flannel, and heavier flannel.
These are flannels more for sewing, for making
Oh, okay.
quilts or blankets or pajamas.
Okay.
Our upholstery fabric's a bit heavier weight, something you would use to recover a sofa or chair, if you want to make a slip cover. Having said that, though, we do have some upholstery fabrics that are just beautiful enough to make a jacket.
Oh.
And quite often we have customers come in who do make a jacket
Out of upholstery
out of
fabric.
upholstery fabric.
Oh, wow.
Right.
I guess it would be heavier. Is that the difference? It's
Sometimes it's heavier, sometimes it's quite light. This one here this was the jacket material she used, actually.
Oh, we just learned what this pattern's called. Do you remember?
The
Paisley.
Paisley. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. I do like that.
That is very
And is
pretty.
this an example of a cover that you can make?
This is a slip cover. Yes,
Nice.
this lady does amazing work. So this is just ordinary canvas,
Wow.
and she
Oh.
stitches it to fit exactly onto the chair. She washes it, she shrinks it, everything in advance. Then she gets a bit crazy and she applies all this kind of work.
So this isn't
Afterwards.
part of the fabric?
No, this is her artwork.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
That's so cool.
So if it gets dirty, you take it off, throw it in the washing machine in the dryer, and start again.
I love it. And I like it because, like, normally this old fabric, I maybe not
Right.
wouldn't match a house or
Right.
whatever, but then you can just slip this cover on and it's brand new.
Yeah, so that's a different way of upholstering.
Okay.
Right? Just on and off.
Cool.
Or you could do old school and cover the whole thing again and nail it all down. But this is an excellent way to just create an interest piece in your room.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I like that.
And there's a bunch of different fabric. Do you have different fabric for indoor upholstery to outs? Like I say, you have patio furniture time, you're getting your patio furniture out.
Yes.
You don't like your old cushions.
That's right. So
Okay.
the ones on the wall there, they're made from a different type of fiber, olefin usually, or a polyester. So they're mildew resistant, mold resistant. They can stay outside in the rain.
Oh.
Wow.
And then you could just recover or just make a toss cushion to
Yeah.
go on a couch outside you already have, or
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you use this for, say, a patio umbrella if you wanted to?
You can, yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Wow.
There you go,
Absolutely.
Tiffany.
If you want to change that or...
I need one.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, wow.
Or if you have one that's broken, and just use the fabric that's on there to make your pattern to make a new one. Right.
Interesting. And you can make bags with this too.
Bags,
so
this
there's
was
a lot you can do.
fun fabric. We really like this one. And actually there's another bag in the front window. It's all these colors in reverse.
Oh, cute.
Because the inside of the bag was as pretty as the outside.
Nice. And do
So-
you have those patterns here if you wanted to make a bag? Or?
This was one, because we have such talented staff, they all get a little bit more creative with a pattern. So this is a pattern, but it's been changed and altered a little bit to make it unique for them. And that's the
Yeah.
fun part about getting to play with fabric, because it's what you want, not what you have to buy in the store. So
Yeah. It's a true art.
yes,
You have to have an eye for it.
you do, yeah.
Nice.
And play with it, have fun with it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool.
So this was our upholsteries.
Okay.
Then we have over here, you were asking about flannels. So these are just, they're 100% cotton. These would be used for, quilts, kids' pajamas, your own pajamas.
Yes.
Savannah, these would be perfect for you. Look, it's Mickey.
I know. I love Disney. So that would be perfect.
And then we have fun ones like Jack
Batman.
Skellington
Batman.
here. He glows in the dark.
Oh.
Oh, cool.
My 3-year-old niece actually is determined to be Batman when she grows up. So
Oh, perfect.
she would love this too.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, but glow in the dark, that's cool.
That would be
It's
cool.
kind of fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So these would, again, be used quilting, dressmaking. There's just a few more flannels. This line here, we have quite a large line of indigenous fabrics.
Oh,
So this is inspired by artwork done by Jackie Travers. She lives in Manitoba. She's an Ojibwe artist. She has quite a few fabrics. We'll see more when we go up front.
Wow.
But yes, very popular. Everyone likes those. Yeah.
So
I like it.
when you're making a quilt, you can use a bunch of a different material, or you can use like a panel. Am I correct? Like you could use like a centerpiece that you want to
Absolutely.
quilt around. And I see you have some of those on the walls around the
Yes.
store.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about them?
Absolutely. So panels come with usually a line of fabric. For example, that bear
Okay.
will come with, several other pieces that coordinate with it all.
Okay.
And from that, you can create, one of our girls here has made this bear pattern. That was a pattern that came from the company that supplied the fabric.
Yeah.
And she created that quilt using that panel and following that pattern.
All right. So here's the one you just showed us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I like about this is how soft it is underneath.
Yeah, she used something called Minky on the back.
Nice.
So it is super, super soft.
So
just
warm.
perfect for cozying up. She's going to take that to her cottage and
Nice.
sit
It
on
would
the
be
deck in the
perfect
morning with her coffee.
for a rainy day like today.
Or a
Yeah.
rainy day like today.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yes. And then we have, these are all quilt cottons, or 100% cotton. And like I said, each one comes with a line. We just sold out of our horse line here. So all these fabrics, this was called Stallion, and it was a huge panel, which sold out so quickly because we have a lot of horse lovers up here.
Oh.
Cedar Crest Falls is another one, and that's the one that's right behind the desk there.
Oh, that's pretty. It's a waterfall.
Right.
Oh,
So this
nice.
particular one is what you'd call a cheater quilt.
Cheater.
I don't think
Okay.
anyone that makes a quilt is a cheater.
No.
Well, this is sent to us from the company that provides the fabric.
Okay.
So the pattern is created, photographed, and screened onto a large piece. So that's not a pieced quilt, it's just printed on there, ready to go.
Oh, and then you would do the stitching over
And then all the
top.
stitching is done, yes, so we can display what it would look like and inspire people to make from that.
Oh,
So it's a
okay.
reference. That's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a cheater quilt.
Yeah.
So if you're making a quilt, you'd normally stick to 100% cotton, because you did say that flannels you could use, but then you
Absolutely.
would all only just use flannel.
No, you can mix them. They're both 100% cotton. It's not common to do that.
Okay.
A lot of times people will make a quilt top using the 100% cotton and then do the backing with the flannel. Also 100% cotton, but it feels softer.
Softer, yeah.
Yeah, so they'll do that for the back. And when you're doing backs of quilts, sometimes you're doing a queen size. So we have something called a wide back. And it's, I can show
us
you,
the backs?
absolutely.
Thank you. My mother-in-law is a very, very talented quilter. Shout out to Lori James. I'm very fortunate that I have quilts all in my house, and I always
You're
take
a
some-
lucky girl.
I know.
Yeah.
Very lucky.
Super.
Yeah.
So this is what's called a wide back, and it's 108 inches wide. So all the other ones are 45 or 44, but this one, when you open it up, is 108 inches wide. So when you're doing the back of a quilt, you don't really want a seam. You can put a seam, it does happen, but the preference is not to.
Okay.
So for example, on the back of this one, this particular line came with its own wide backing.
Oh, wow.
So it's a huge print reflecting what's on the front of the quilt.
Design. Wow.
Oh, wow.
So there's no seams,
You can see this. Then that's where you would do the stitching.
and that's the stitching. This is done by a long arm stitch. So a long arm is a huge sewing machine. It's a special art and talent
Yeah.
to use them. Not your everyday sewing machine. It's a big one that the whole thing can go in at once and
Wow.
you just sew away.
Be careful. Fingers.
You sound like you've stitched your finger before.
I haven't, but I'm scared to.
Oh, you'd be fine.
Do you have a favorite material or a favorite pattern or something that you've just been drawn to lately that you like to work with?
Pattern as in pattern on the fabric or one that I would sew?
Both.
Actually, yes, I have a couple. This is actually one of them. My daughter's getting married in August. So I'm going to adjust this pattern a little bit and make a jacket that goes again full length to the floor. And that'll be my mother of the bride dress.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm going to make it out of some linen. That'll be at the front of the store. I can show you that later when we go up there.
Yeah,
Love that.
that'd be really
Yeah.
nice.
And what about for quilting? Do you have a favorite?
Quilting, I am the newbie in
Okay.
quilting.
Okay.
I'm learning. But actually something that really has caught my eye, and I went to listen to a speaker on Monday night, Ann Rule, and she does raw edge quilting. And I can show you an example when we go up front there. And it's just beautiful. It's like painting with fabric.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Although I do like the traditional cut and paste little squares that we see on that big quilt hanging in between. But I just want to go a little bit farther because I just like to
Yeah.
push the boundaries a bit.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
all the cotton fabrics are perfect for that. You know, the technique lets you play whatever you like.
Oh, look. Oh, and you can do children's quilts?
Yes.
Lots of material for
Nice.
children's quilts here.
Cars. My brother
Cars.
would love that.
Dump
Actually,
trucks.
I just got that for my grandson and made him a shirt.
Oh,
Cute.
nice.
He already has the green cars and a bucket hat.
Nice.
Made that for his shirt.
Oh, and
Yeah.
you have Christmas fabric?
Right.
Nice.
I was drawn to this. I really like this.
Oh, that one's nice.
Oh, very folk arty.
Yeah.
The colors are nice. Yeah.
Flowers, birds.
Wow. Well, you have so much here to see. It's great because I know that my mother-in-law says that sometimes she has a hard time finding fabric that she's looking for a quilt.
Right.
So it's nice to see all the variety out here.
Yeah. Oh, and it's great
nice.
when they do come in. You know what? We encourage them to play. Pull that piece off. Let's put it with another one. Lay it with another one. And colors they don't think of putting together, all of a sudden, yeah, that looks really cool. I could do that.
Yeah.
And it's just so much fun. It's so easy to work with like-minded people who come in and shop. It's just fabulous. Yeah,
Nice.
fabulous.
Well, we're going to take a break right now, but I can't wait to see the other section after.
Sure.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Treaty in Cree is Naskomitoin, an oral agreement, and our agreements were always spoken. For George Spence, the core of treaty was Wichihioin, to help one another.
And so we, the commissioners,
He was there for the making of Treaty 9, where the Cree were told,
we will honor this agreement together for as long as the sun shines and the waters flow.
The Cree made their mark because they were assured that the land would be shared and they would always be able to harvest what they needed. George Spence was my great-grandfather. In his life, he saw many promises of the treaty go unfulfilled.
Treaties were essential to the creation of Canada. First Nations still fight for the agreements to be honored.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV.
So we're back at Moggie's Fabrics with Joanna, and we're going to check out the fashion part of the store, which I'm excited about.
Yeah.
It seems to be maybe your passion is the fashion part of the store, can we say?
Yes, absolutely for me. Yes,
Yeah.
that is.
Nice, nice.
That's awesome.
I see some of these pieces. Have you made these?
No, actually my staff, phenomenal staff that I have, great deal of experience. So each one has sort of contributed a garment that they've made. Out of a new fabric that's come in, or something that they like, a color that they like. And we display them here.
Nice. And this is the same pattern that we saw on the chair over there,
That's
too,
right. So this is a linen garment done by the same lady who did the chair.
Okay.
And she's just taken her artwork and sort of modified a pattern. So it's her style.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I see you also the indigenous fabric you mentioned earlier. You have more of a variety over here in the fashion side.
Yes, yeah. So these are all 60-inch wide cottons. Again, you could use them for quilting, but quite often a lot of the young girls in the Ojibwe or Saugeen Nation or Cape Croker will do ribbon skirts.
Okay.
So a girl is given their choice of colors by the elders in the group,
Okay.
and they'll sew a skirt and they attach the ribbons on the bottom. So an example was over there.
Yeah,
The
and you
girls
made
have
that
done.
piece? Is that
Yes,
something you
I made that piece a little bit different. So I've taken a fabric that's really just a border and I made my own ribbons from that.
Nice.
So then this would be surrounded by 2 other ribbons and this was surrounded by 2 other ribbons. Just a little bit different. Each one is unique, as is the girl that wears them.
Right.
Right, so this is again by an Indigenous artist, Jackie Travis. She created these, her artwork is fabulous. And this quilt was an inspiration actually by that story. She created a fabric called Heal, and it's all about missing and murdered Indigenous women.
Oh.
So the girl that is crying there, all the tears that fall come back as flowers. So Susan, or one staff girl here, created all the flowers, and then the butterflies are the girls that are missing who may still come back.
Oh, that's
So she created that in that pattern there,
Oh, wow.
Wow.
doing a quilt.
That's
Very
gorgeous.
Yeah,
nice.
very beautiful.
Nice.
So what is
Yes.
your favorite material to work with when you're creating a fashion item?
Each one sort of depends on the piece. If I'm doing something like the dress behind you is one that I did. So that's out of a
wow.
knit fabric.
Oh, that's soft and
That is
light.
very light.
Right, so it's cool but
Nice for summer.
drapey. You know, with a pair of leggings, you're perfect for the day.
Yeah.
If I was doing something that needed a little bit more structure, like the linen dress up there, or if I'm making a house coat, this was again done by another staff member, then I'd use a nice juicy woven fabric.
Yeah, these are heavier. We were
These are
touching
heavier.
them
This is like,
earlier.
yes.
This is jean.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a denim.
denim.
Oh, denim.
This is called waffle cotton. So actually, when you see waffle cotton, it's got a little bit of a, like a waffle look to it, but once
Yeah.
you wash it, if you feel the difference between the two, that is just so thick and juicy.
Yeah.
And
Kind of
this
a
is,
little smoother, too. Cool.
so it makes a great spa robe. So depending on the pattern and what sort of look you're after, do you want something casual, you can go with a knit. If you want something a bit more structured, a bit professional, then likely a linen or a nice woven fabric.
And you have all of those here for
We
people
have
if they want to use
All
them.
of them here, yes. We have Some nice ponte knits, a bit heavier. These are a little bit more winter. Colorful. Actually, one of our customers just made a dress out of this and posted it on our social media page.
Nice.
She's done some beautiful work.
Yeah.
Then we get into wool and silk, or a Japanese boucle wool. A bit
Okay.
heavier. They make a great jacket.
Now, I'm assuming when you're dealing with different types of fabric, when it comes to sewing, then there's different needles you need to use, maybe
Yes.
different threads. Do you offer classes to teach all of that?
Actually, yes, we do. We just finished a shirt making class. So you learned, it was a 5-week course on a Wednesday night to come for 2.5 hours. And you learned everything about shirt making, from choosing the right pattern to fit your body, choosing the right fabric for the pattern, everything from buttonholes and cuffs to collars to putting it together.
I never even thought
That'd
about
be really
buttonholes.
good.
How else are you supposed to put the
Right,
shirt on?
right. No, I have a fabulous lady coming over, Patricia Campbell. She also does classes at the art school. So she comes and helps instruct on the night. And
Nice.
currently we're doing one on pant making.
Oh,
And pants, even for us experienced sewers, are a tough fit. You have to get it right the first time.
Right.
So we went through it all. We have actually a young gentleman who's with us, a young girl. She's maybe about 15. And then another woman. So we're making anywhere from jeans to a paper bag top sort of style of pant to another pair of linen jeans. We also do a couple of one-night classes. We did one all about how to put in a zipper.
oh, I saw that on your website. I
Right.
was like,
That was handy.
that's really handy. Yeah.
Well, it is especially for if you're replacing a jacket zipper,
Yeah.
which was huge. As soon as we opened, everyone was asking about, do you have zippers? I got to replace my jacket zipper. So,
Yeah.
and we can teach you a few little, cheater tricks. If you don't want to take it all out, you just want to replace it because it's your favorite old barn coat that you've got to have.
Nice.
So we're going to carry on our classes. We hope to start doing some on quilting. We may relax for the summer. I'm going to be a grandma in a couple of weeks, so I'm going to be a little short on time.
Yeah.
I think we'll start it up again in September. So some quilt as you go, some simple quilting to get you started and interested, and then back to our pant and shirt making classes again.
Nice.
And if you wanted to come for a class,
Yes.
what would you recommend you bring? Like, you can get your material here, but do
Right.
you supply the sewing machines, or how do you go about that?
No, we'd ask that you'd bring your own sewing machine. So hopefully you're wanting to learn how to sew, that you've got one or inherited one or have one to use. Yes, you bring your own pattern, your fabrics, anything you need to pin or cut out or put an interfacing in, the buttons, the zipper, whatever you're going to need. And we'd help you with all that, help you go through and let you know what you need to bring or what you need to have. And then we go from there. Then on the first night, we just, let's see how well you are with your sewing machine, or do you need a little bit of instruction and help?
Right.
And we go through that.
And do you teach all the classes yourself, or?
I'm here most nights with Patricia.
Okay.
We have, she's doing our dressmaking classes, but one of our staff members, Susan, has expressed an interest to come and teach all the quilting classes. She's our resident quilter. So she'll be coming to help. We're also thinking about doing just an open night where you can come in and work on whatever you're working on, and we can all just learn from each other. That might be something we do again in the future. And that would be myself, another staff member, coming and helping as well.
Okay, nice, nice.
I'm just, as we're walking through the store, I love your window. Your storefront window is
So
beautiful.
nice.
And you were telling me you change it up with the season?
We try to change it up, yes. When we had our grand opening, it was all fall because we opened last October. So we had all beautiful fall colors, things that were happening. One of our girls made me a beautiful giant tomato.
Oh, I see it.
And that's what my cat stands on. She also made the ruler. So what we're doing now for this spring, because we're just coming into, we're doing Sewing Through the Decades. So we have a display of sewing machines and sort of fabrics that were trendy at the time, as well as patterns.
Oh, wow.
So this one is one of mine from the 1970s. And sort of the style of pattern that was going on. One from the 65,
Oh, and that would be like the sewing machine that they would use at that time. That's right into the sewing
That
table.
is the year it was made, yeah.
Wow.
And the little back one, 1953.
Wow.
And then the last one on top is 1927. So we try and incorporate, you know, some sort of color or fashion just to bring it in. We're now already starting to plan our summer window. So we're going to be bringing in some umbrella fabrics. So we're going to have beach balls, and hopefully I can get one of my girls to make a bathing suit because we've got all that fabric in.
Nice, cool.
That's
So-
cool.
That'll be really nice.
Yeah.
And this looks very soft and nice. It would be like
Yes.
for a blanket?
Yes, this is minky, so it's like a velour kind of feel to it. And the dimple minky is a little bit more tactile for kids. They like that feel to it.
My younger son had a blanket like this when he was little that I would put him on the floor on with
Yes.
books and toys, and he would
Exactly.
really love it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely.
So, and this is pretty much our winter fabric, some of the woolens that we've brought in.
That's pretty.
Oh,
These make great jackets. They actually would just make a fabulous blanket
Yeah.
at that weight. And
Now, do you have, if I wanted to come in, you said you have the classes or making pants, but you're not sure. Do you have all those patterns if I wanted to like
Yes.
make anything I could think of?
Yes, we have
poncho?
Berta. Yes, we do. We have Berta, Butterick, and McCall patterns, and we keep them in stock in the store. So you can just come through and look through the catalogs to see if there's a pattern you like. We can pull it out. Staff is years and years of experience, so they could guide you through it. You know, you would need this fabric. You might want to make something out of a nice stretchy fabric you found, but the pattern doesn't call for that. So it's a bit of an education process that we can help people choose the right pattern for what they want to do.
Wow.
Yeah, and we carry them all here in the store.
I was telling Savannah when I was doing
family studies that we had patterns, and the material of the patterns, it was like tissue paper.
It is
and
tissue
you would
paper.
try to rip it and it would rip, and I would get so. That's when I knew it wasn't. I wasn't going to be destined to be a fashionista.
Well, I hate to tell you, but nothing's changed in patterns.
Oh
So, this is an example of one that would be that we'd have,
like
or a
that
child's
I
pattern.
knew you would.
Yeah. So then on the back, it would be the type of fabric that's recommended for this pattern. Oh, big trend right now is 1970s,
Wrap dresses.
the wrap dress.
Yes.
And it's come back. I'm almost done mine. So if you're coming back to the store, you'll see me wear it one day. But yeah, so a huge wrap dress. Every line of pattern company has brought back a wrap dress of sorts.
Nice.
So, yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for having us. I've learned a lot.
Yes.
So that's really good. Now, if someone was looking to learn more or see your store hours, where would they go for that?
They can go onto our website,
Okay.
Facebook, Instagram. Yeah, sign outside the door. Give us a call.
Okay.
Yeah, we can tell you what's on sale, what's happening, what's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
I
much.
enjoyed
Thank you
it.
for having me.
You've made me want to tackle one of those patterns again.
Oh, very good. I'm going to hold you to that.
Okay.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
It's been a long time coming.
You don't win it to keep it, you win it to be a part of its history.
Always knew
Always hard to see the difference between winning and losing.
how to steal.
The quest for the hardest trophy to win in sports.
Baking for Change is coming this fall, and I'm your host, Wendy Pauls. We'll feature some of Canada's best bakers like Jen and Astor, sharing their favorite recipes. And you can